pilots, and welcome to another video. Today I'm flying the Pilatus, the PC12. This is going to be my first video on board the Pilatus. Today, it's going to be very interesting because this is, I would say, a special flight. I'm flying today from Orlando, Florida to Monterrey del Norte, which is all the way in Mexico. If your geography knowledge is good, you know what's in between there? Yes, the Gulf of Mexico. So you gotta be very careful when you're gonna be overflying water. You need to comply with some requirements. If you're gonna fly more than gliding distance to the ground over the water, you have to carry a survival device on board for all the passengers. Right now, I'm already level at flight level 240. And I'm living the ground, so the peninsula of Florida is just back there. So you can see here in the map, we are living ground, and we're entering water. So we were clear direct cigar, and we have that set up on the flight plan, and after that we're going to continue as file. So two things you want to check whenever you are starting to fly over the water is your fuel requirements, and also at some point we are going to lose radar contact because radars will not receive our transponder when we are so far from the ground. We have some tables under the performance section 5 performance of the POH for the Pilatus. If we take a look at the max cruise, and we're flying at flight level 240. Outer temperature is going to be minus 23. It's pretty much closer of what we want, and we're going to use, well actually this table tells you to use 25.6 torque, and you're going to have about 367 pounds per hour. That's the first option. We can go to max cruise, and for if we do the math, 360 pounds, we're going to have about 6 hours if we would have full tanks, I mean. So my time to Monterrey is computed as 5 hours and 51 minutes, okay? And I did that using not the max cruise performance, but I used the long-range cruise performance because I want to conserve fuel. We're gonna fly over the water. I need fuel if there's anything that I was not planning. For this flight, I'm using the long-range cruise. We're gonna go for the 10 degrees hot ISA and flight level 240. Same indicated temperature. It's a coincident. More or less for what we got there, and we are weighing about 9,000 pounds. So if you can take a look, the torque is a little bit less, way less, where you're going to use about 18 on 9,000 pounds and 19 for 10,000 pounds. So something in between, which I would say 19, is going to work. And that will give us about, see that, 280, 298. So pretty much I'm looking on lower fuel consumption here, 281, 298, that's way better. So right now I'm using about 20 inches on the torque, and I am using about 307 pounds per hour, and that will give me about 7 hours and 40 minutes of endurance. If I double check right now the time that that will take me to go to Monterrey del Norte, it's going to be about 5 hours. I still be landing with about 2 hours and 40 minutes of fuel, so that's great. What I gotta be careful is that my speed, it has to be consistent with my flight plan. and all my planning. So for now, we are flying between Cigar. This fix was not on the flight plan because ATC cleared us different. Maybe there's an MOA or some military operations ongoing on the Gulf. This was the original route. We're a little bit south of that. Remis. So we are flying from St. Petersburg to Remis. That's going to be our leg. And we want to be between 173 and 174. We're doing 177. So airspeed looks good. I would say between 5% error or 5 to 10% is going to be good. Okay, you don't want to be perfect, but you want to be close enough to this. Okay, so you want to be monitoring all this. Regarding the time, we are a little bit earlier. I'm 6 minutes before the estimated time of crossing this fix, which was St. Petersburg. So that's pretty much very good, very nice. We are passing right now Remis. Well, actually, we are just across Remis because remember we were cleared direct to Sigar and then Kelp. We'll be putting here the time. So Remis, we estimated to cross that at 205 to Zulu, and right now is 2045. Correction, 46. We'll put in here 2046, and guess what? We're still minus 6 minutes, so that's good. That's very, very good. And we have 2,200 pounds and 536 U's. So we're gonna put here 2,200 pounds and 537 U's. That's good. We gotta check that at Remis. We supposed to have 175 and then 177, but guess what? I have good news for you. We have 186 knots, and we're still conserving the 20 inches we were using and the same fuel flow. So I'm very, very happy because that ground speed is better than the calculator for us right there, 175. It is supposed to be a little bit faster, about 100 miles before Kelp. The next fix, it's going to be 300 miles before Kelp. We estimate to cross at a 2112 Zulu, and that's 20 minutes after Remis. And we are right now about 356 nautical miles. So in 56 nautical miles, we're going to check for that. Another thing is that Jacksonville Center, this frequency, which is 135, this is so bright, 135.92, instructed me to contact Houston in case of communication loss on 135.77, and that's going to be about 250 miles before Kelp. If I get a call from Jacksonville Center and he does not hear us, I would go and switch to Houston Center because the transmitter is going to be closer. So we are reaching right now 300 nautical miles before Kelp. So we're looking at 300 Kelp right there and estimating at 2112. And right now we'll say it was at 2106. So we're going to put this in here. 2106, that's minus 6. I'm very, very happy about it. And we have 2,100 pounds and 638 U's. So 2,100 pounds, 638 U's. Okay, so fuel looks good, and we are still estimating 4 hours en route with 650 of endurance, so that's great.
November 4-3 Charlie Foxtrot. November 4-3 Charlie Foxtrot. This is United 1691. Do you read?
United 1619, 43 Charlie Foxtrot, loud and clear.
Yeah, Houston Center is trying to call you on 135.77. Do you read them?
I think I don't. Maybe a little bit further, but if you want to make a relay, go ahead.
Stand by. Houston, I can chat with them. What do you need?
United 1691, I just wanted to verify that they are at flight level 240, and I need their...
Houston Delta 552, destination is Atlanta.
Papa, as well as Catfish, Charlie Alpha Tango Foxtrot here.
Copy the request. November 4-3 Charlie Foxtrot, please confirm that you're level at flight level 240. I also need your estimate for Houston Center, needs your estimate for kelp, intersection, and catfish.
All right, absolutely. I do hear barely Houston on the open scale, and for kelp I got 0, give me just a second. For kelp I got 2242 Zulu, next cat FS at 2314 Zulu, over.
And you are flight level 240?
Affirmative, flight level 240, maintaining that.
Roger. Houston, November 4-3 Charlie Foxtrot reports level at 240, expecting kelp 2224, I'm sorry, 2242, and catfish 2314. Over.
United 1691, thank you, sir. And I'm actually picking up their responses. One last thing to relay. Just advise November 4-3 Charlie Foxtrot in 30 minutes, 30 minutes, to contact Houston Center on 132.65.
Copy. November 4-3 Charlie Foxtrot, Houston Center request in 30 minutes. Contact Houston Center 132.65.
All right, copy that. 30 minutes, 132.65 with Houston. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, guys, so that was a relay.
And that's all done for
Houston. Houston Center couldn't hear us, and I couldn't hear Houston. Remember that Jacksonville Center told us to contact Houston about 250 miles before Kelp, which is the intersection we're flying right now. I could hear Jacksonville when he switched us to Houston, but we were so far from Houston transmitters that they couldn't hear me, and I couldn't hear Houston until right now. I'm barely hearing Houston Center, but they cannot hear us. A United Airlines aircraft did a relay, and that relay is to retransmit information, though they wanted to get my estimated time to fix. So right now we lost radar contact. That means that Houston cannot longer see our position in the radar. Okay, and that's why I need to report my position and estimated time to the next fixes. Instructions were in 30 minutes contact Houston Center on this frequency 132.65. So that's going to be in about 2300 Zulu. We will call Houston on that frequency. All right, so right now we're at Cat FS, which is almost our last fix before hitting ground here. You can see the shade right there. We are 9 minutes earlier, so that's good news for us. And let's look at that airspeed. We are estimating 182 knots, but guess what? We're a little bit faster than that 187, and our performance is good. We're maintaining about 19.6.7 on the torque, and the fuel consumption is around 300 pounds per hour. So those numbers are very good. We are about 180 miles to the ground. We'll be landing with a good endurance, about 2 hours of fuel. So that's what I planned ahead, and everything is going according to the nav log. So you gotta be very careful always to do all this math. It's not very difficult, but it will help you a lot on fuel management, especially when you're going over the water operations like this flight. Okay, so today we'll review about crossing a large portion of water. I show you how you're gonna have a very good management of the fuel, how you can do a position report and get a relay from another aircraft, as we did one so in the middle of the flight. So remember as well that if you need a deviation or a diversion to another place with or because the numbers that you are getting are not good or you don't feel right, just do it. Don't hesitate and do that, but always have a good management of fuel and know your numbers, your limitations, and where you can go with that fuel that you have on the aircraft. So remember, don't forget to visit my YouTube profile at youtube.com/LaloMijares. Also my Instagram profile at LaloMijares for more pictures and video. And Lalo Mijares, fly safe and happy landings.